We talk a lot about organizing and spring cleaning this time of year, but it's not just for your home. You need to spring clean your finances as well, and Monarch can help you do just that. Let Monarch do your financial spring cleaning for you. One dashboard that gets your entire financial life organized. No more clutter, no more mess, no more scattered logins, just accounts, investments, property, and more, all in one place. Get your first year of Monarch for half off, just $50 with promo code DECORATING. Monarch kept me on track to reach the goal of saving enough to start my renovation project, and the plans are in the works. Thank you, Monarch. One of my favorite features of Monarch is the weekly AI recap. It can catch spending spikes before they become a problem. And Monarch's AI assistant is like having a financial advisor in your pocket. Ask it anything at any time. The AI insights spot things you'd never catch yourself. Use the code DECORATING at monarch.com to get your first year half off at just $50. That's 50% off your first year at monarch.com with code DECORATING.
Hey there, I'm Coulter.
I'm Kayla.
And I'm Lauren.
And we host Relationship Advice, a show that is dedicated to helping you connect better with the people in your life, and why the starting point for that is probably not what you were told.
If you are someone who wants to see relationships in your life improve, whether that's with your partner, family member, or friend, then check us out.
New episodes drop every Wednesday, and you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.
Hey everybody, I'm Kelly Wilkniss here with Anita Joyce, and this is Decorating Tips and Tricks. This is another DTT Plus where you get more of us. And today we're discussing wood drenching, yay or nay?
Okay, so what is wood drenching? It is a design technique that goes beyond just putting a few wood pieces in a room. It involves wrapping the space in wood, as the name implies. So you have stained wood floors, ceilings, walls, and you could have stained wood furniture in the room as well. So I guess you could think of it as the evolution of those 1970s wood paneled rooms, but updated, a little more stylish, but that's what we're talking about today.
Okay. Well, nay. Okay, what do you think?
Well, in essence, I do agree, nay. But, I did look at some of these when we were looking to buy something in the mountains. There were some amazing cabins that had wood walls, wood ceilings, and usually it was a builder that had done it for himself. Mm-hmm. There's a particular house we almost bought. I mean, we were putting an offer in on it. We didn't end up buying it. Mm-hmm. And it was wood drenched. And now looking back on it, this was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm really glad we didn't buy it because now it feels very dated to me when I look at it. And the wood feels kind of off and orangey. And, it can be difficult to pull off. And I'm going to throw out another story. I know a builder near where I live now who had an amazing property, beautiful home, wood drenched, and could not sell it. He sold it for a ridiculously low price. I guarantee you the people that bought it are going to paint the walls and sell it at some point for a lot more money. This is another one of those things that can really hurt your value because some people do not appreciate it. And to be honest, I think it's very hard to pull off from a decorating standpoint because things disappear into the wall. Mm-hmm. It kind of absorbs the light and it can look kind of confusing because it's not a solid color. There's this wood grain. Yeah. So even if you like the look, I think it's hard to make this work and to pull it off.
I agree with everything you said, but I will try to temper my nay a little bit. There are definitely geographic pockets where this would work better. It's just not an aesthetic that I am drawn to. So even if I lived in a Swiss chalet type of town, I still wouldn't want this. Even if I lived in Cashers, North Carolina, where you could probably pull this off. I wouldn't want this. Wood on wood on wood on wood and wood is something that doesn't appeal to me, but I could see some geographic areas where it might work. I think you have to be very, very conscious of where your home is if you're considering pulling this off. It is certainly not a new idea. It has been around probably since the log cabin.
Right.
Like, Abraham Lincoln lived in a wood drenched home and didn't really consider the aesthetics of it. It's just what it was. And then obviously, sheetrock was developed, and different types of walls, or lath and plaster, and all these things that came after just having wood walls. And now, and then of course we lived through a period in the 70s where there was wood paneling everywhere, and now we're coming around to this whole thing. I mean, it was kind of obvious after paint drenching became so trendy that wood drenching was going to be something that people were talking about. It is really hard to pull off. The wood grains can make you dizzy if you have all wood grains going on all over the place. And certainly if you're mixing woods, how could I see this pulled off? Maybe in a light blonde Scandinavian where you've got a light blonde floor, and then but I still not even also on the walls, but then maybe cabinetry is also the same blonde. But if you're doing that, the woods have to match exactly, and that's hard to do. Have the flooring exactly match some cabinetry. So I think you're going to have some different wood grains in there, and it's going to be really confusing. If anybody's looked at my house, either on my blog or Instagram, or particularly on my YouTube, when I showed the before, it was very woody, all different kinds of wood, and not very high grade wood, because I understand that the Victorians, if they couldn't afford the mahogany or what have you, they kind of just used whatever was in the lumberyard and it mixed it in because they were going to paint it anyway. But then the fellow that lived here from 50 years before us really liked wood, and he really liked orange stain. So that was very bad combination.
No.
But people are very strong in their feelings about supporting wood, even if they don't know whether the wood was good or not. For example, I was told in a comment on one of my YouTube videos that showed how I used a lot of white paint in my house, that if I was there, I would punch you in the face for painting that wood. And I thought, wow. Okay, maybe it's time to get off YouTube. Okay. Yeah, wood crimes. I mean, people are a little, take it easy, buddy.
Well, remember back in the blog days, that's when people would get attacked if they painted an antique. I mean, and some antiques, I agree, it would be a crime to paint some of them, but some of them, you're like, even paint's not going to fix this. So it really depends on the piece. And this is tough. I mean, and the homes out here, I'm out in the Texas countryside near Round Top. A lot of these original homes had shiplap, which was not painted. They would kind of nail, I don't know, some kind of fabric to the walls. I don't really understand what they were putting on it. But if you buy, like we had an old farmhouse on our other property that we had before this one, and it was an old building, and it had this stuff, and as we pulled it off the walls and pulled all those thousands and thousands of nails out, it was just this rough wood with all these holes in it. And I was thinking, I'm not leaving it like this, I'm going to paint it. Well, somebody, out in the country, people buy houses and then move them off your property and then move it onto there. So we sold the house, not the property. Somebody moved it onto another property, and they redid it, kind of flipped part of the house around, but they kept those walls like that, didn't paint them, left them very plain, wood drenched, and sold it. So, it'd be very interesting to go back and see if those walls have been painted yet or not.
Yeah, you got to sneak in there. It's just not something that I would do or recommend to anyone now. So I already rang in the first 20 seconds of the episode. What are your thoughts? Spring is the perfect time to upgrade your everyday essentials with fewer pieces and better materials. I did just that. A linen closet clean out, and then I bought new sheets from Quince. I purchased the classic organic percale embellished sheet sets. They look luxurious and they feel even better. I first discovered Quince through their clothing, but their home collection has that same effortless quality and style. Everything feels thoughtfully made, and the materials are elevated, and the prices are not. The prices actually make sense. Quince is so fairly priced at 50 to 60% less than similar brands because they work directly with ethical factories and skip the middleman, passing on the savings to you. So you're going to get beautiful, high-quality pieces for your home without the retail markup. Refresh your home with Quince. Go to quince.com/DTT for free shipping and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. Go to Quince, QUINCE.com/DTT for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/DTT. Why does buying eyeglasses always feel so complicated and overpriced? Like I'm paying a lot for something I don't love. But then came Warby Parker, and I'm obsessed. Seriously, nothing comes close on quality, price, selection, and customer service. Once you buy from Warby Parker, you realize how much easier they've made the entire process, and so much more stylish. And their virtual try-on is a total game changer. You can literally try on glasses from your phone before you buy. I have a couple of pairs of Warby Parker, and they are my favorite go-to glasses, the Esme and the Tilly. I get compliments on them every time I slip them on. And their prescription glasses start at $95, so you can actually get quality and stylish frames at an affordable price. And Warby Parker doesn't just offer incredible prescription glasses, they have everything you need for happier eyes. Contacts, online eye exams, and sunglasses. Warby Parker is also covered by major insurance plans. Right now, buy one prescription pair and get 20% off any additional prescription pairs at warbyparker.com/DTT. That's 20% off additional prescription pairs when you go to Warby, WARBY, Parker.com/DTT.
Well, I think I did too. I've seen a lot of houses in North Carolina this way, and I've seen some beautiful homes, but my personal feeling is that it's very specific to a particular style, and there's not a lot of furniture that's going to go with it. I think it's very tough to work with, is what I would say. You can't just put any kind of wood stain in there as far as furniture. Now, I was thinking about what you said about maybe the light Scandinavian wood on the walls and the ceiling. If you paired some painted furniture in there, that might kind of be a cool look.
Oh, yeah, one of those Gustavian clocks.
Right,
like that.
Right. I think that could work. But again, you have to be very, very careful about what you put in there, and you have to know what you're doing. So I think, it's a risk. It's a risk doing it. And I think it's a risk doing it not only because it's hard to work with, but also because I think it's harder to sell. And this probably is going to cost more than just regular sheetrock. And are you going to get your money back? And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think you are. So not to say don't do it, but just, again, like we say with everything, make sure you really want it and understand the implications as far as resale and how difficult it is going to be to work with. So not to say don't do it, but just be mindful of all of the drawbacks if you do that.
Yeah, is if you're going to use the wood and it's to be stained and you want that whole wood look, you have to use good hardwoods. You can't get away with paint grade wood or cheap wood. It's not going to take the stain well. It's just going to look flat and, either very dark or orangey or just not great. So you're going to spend more money on the materials, and it does tend to the overwhelm where the room is just going to feel super heavy. I've been working with a client recently, and the contractor architect had in the plans a tongue and groove wooden ceiling. Now, this was not a cathedral ceiling, and wood beams. Now, it's a Mediterranean style older home, but that was going to make this family room kind of feel like thud. Is you're going to have this heavy ceiling. So it's not, I would just take that tongue and groove out and use some beams. So yeah, some beams, some accents of wood around, or if you want to do some wooden cabinetry, but not have your walls covered in wood and then a wood floor and then wood cabinets and all of that. It's just way too much. I don't know why this is a thing right now, other than I think it's just stemming from the paint drenching, which I do really like and think is a good idea.
Well, you know how things come on Pinterest, Instagram, and we hear, oh, this is the latest thing. But how many people are actually doing it? That's what I want to know. And often something comes out, I hear it's the latest, greatest new thing, and I'll think, we'll see. And then there's no more talk about it. It's just all gone in a puff of smoke. And you think, how many people actually did that? Well, I don't know.
I agree with you. So it's something to discuss. Hey, and if you have a wood-drenched home or even room or maybe finished basement, if you kept it from the 1970s, let us know. Do you love it? Do you want to change it? How is it working for you? We would love to hear. And we would also love to hear how you feel about decorating tips and tricks. It is time for you to leave us a review. We would love to hear that you're enjoying the show, what you like about it. Leave us an Apple Podcast review. It helps the show so much. Of course, it helps so much if you say nice things about the show and that you're loving it, which so many of you do, and we appreciate it so much. We cannot tell you the joy it brings when we get a lovely review.
And if you're listening, please follow us in whatever app you're using. Hit that like or follow button. That way we'll show up automatically in your app. And also that does help us as far as people finding us. So please do that as well.
At the very least, tell a friend. Tell somebody about decorating tips and tricks and let them know that they should be listening to this show too. That really helps. The more people we have listening, the longer we can keep going. And we're kind of on a streak now, but we would like to keep going and providing you more free, fabulous decorating tips and tricks. Thanks so much for everybody that has already left a review. And if you haven't, just come on, step up to the plate and leave us a review.
Well, Kelly, we didn't mention it, but can you believe we've been doing this for over 9 years?
No, I really can't. And it is true. That old saying is that time flies when you're having fun, because there's no way that it feels like it's been 9 years. I mean, that's a long time.
Mm-hmm. It is.
I've loved doing this. Every episode, every syllable, every topic, every laugh we share together. I absolutely love it. And the fact that we can connect with all these people all over the world is just blows my mind. So thank you, because I mean, we could talk to each other just on the phone, but it's so much more fun knowing that you're all there with us, and all the consults that we've been able to give and the information we've been able to share directly and individually with so many listeners over the years. That is really an honor that people would sign up for a consult and trust us with giving them great advice. And so far, so good. It's been going really well.
That's right. And thank you so much for hanging out with us. And remember, we're here to inspire you to create a beautiful home. Until next time.
Fabulous, fun, wow, even better than I had hoped or expected. These are just a few of the words used to describe a DTT design consult. We've been doing consults for many years, and boy, are we good at it. And people are loving the results of the advice and suggestions that we make for them. It's so easy to schedule a consult with us. Just simply go to our website, decoratingtipsandtricks.com, and click consult. There you'll be led through the very simple process. And sooner than later, you, I, and Anita will be discussing your home in detail. So sign up for a consult today. Let us help you design and decorate the home that you want and deserve. Looking forward to talking to you soon.